All right, we have reached the end. So now is the time to plug myself. If you guys want to follow me on all of these places, you can. I'm pretty much always on them. So if you send me a message about any of this stuff, I'm happy to answer your questions. Uh, yeah, I think what we should take away from this, you guys that are here, it shows that you guys want to learn more about like what it is about being a musician and you want to grow yourself. Even the people who haven't even released a song, y'all are here and you want to take like really good and careful steps, which is really good. So take note of the people that are here. I would recommend you guys making like some kind of like group chat with each other or something, or exchange information, because I think it's good to like when you guys are learning from each other, uh, or you guys can exchange information with each other and support each other's music. I mean, if that's kind of what you want to do. Of course, if you don't like their music, then tough luck. But yeah, at this time I'll take like any questions that you want, kind of with the entire presentation, or any kind of questions within the realm of being an artist in the world. And Garvin, you can kind of like facilitate that if you want.
Yeah, so I think for now, if anyone has any questions at all for Adam, you can go ahead. Actually, before I do that, I just wanted to say
Yeah.
thank you everyone for coming. Um, Thank you, Adam, for hosting this. This was a wonderful presentation. Um, please go check out Adam's music; it's really good, and he puts out some wonderful content on his social media as well. And yeah, and I put it in the chat, but if any of you would like to join Musicians Club as well, that's a great place to find those of us who are showing up here. I think the best place to like meet everyone and talk to everyone is on our Discord. So the link is in the chat there. If any of you want to join and talk to us about music that you're making, music that we're making, and just vibe. So uh, that whoop, and I'm gonna whoop.
Oh, I direct message
There's
you.
there's Adam's link
Okay.
tree if you wanna find him pretty much anywhere. And now, if any of you have any questions, go right ahead, ask away.
I have a question.
Hmm.
So, how did you decide to do music, or do you do music full time?
Not currently, but yeah, I spend most of my time doing it.
Okay. Well, when did you decide to like take that track, and just become more serious
Hmm.
about music?
It was during college. I think at the end of my like fourth year, I I I mean end of my third year, I kind of realized I was doing biology at the time, and I didn't really see myself doing something like that. But when I was working on music, I spent a lot of my time, and I really enjoyed doing it. I felt a lot of satisfaction creating things, putting stuff out, and then actually seeing that there are people that that want to listen to me. I think that when I found that people are actually listening to me, um and I was receiving uh a lot of comments that made me feel good. But yeah, seeing like actual growth from my music kind of inspired me to say like, okay, this has actual potential for me to grow as a business and as an artist.
I guess
Oh, shoot.
as another question, just kind of
Mhm.
like when you were doing like, I guess when you started out, you have like a lot of self-doubt, you know, like how do you kind of get past that?
Self-doubt.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me put in the link tree again. I'm sending it to everybody. Okay, hopefully this one works. Yes, sir, that one works. So in terms of like, I guess believing in myself was a very big stepping stone for me. But having a group of people that I really liked working with. So so we talked about building a community by joining one. Um, Joining a community is the biggest place. So when I say like your producers and your fellow musicians, those are the ones that are going to be your biggest supporters. Those are also the ones that give you validation and kind of encourage you to keep moving forward. And once you have like those groups of people that say, like, you definitely know how to make music, you definitely can create like music that I like listening to. I think once you hit that stage, because not all of us might be there, and that's okay. Because like anybody can get to the stage where I'm at. I feel like anybody can do it. It's a lot of different circumstances, but once you get there, you'll have a base in terms of like, oh, I can actually make songs. I can make songs. I can sing. I can turn something from an idea into an actual song. And then from there, it's just building self-confidence with um, just believing in your work ethic, I think is a good way to do it. All right. Does anybody have any questions on like maybe I know people are starting out. So some of you might have some questions on songwriting. 'Cause I'm pretty good with songwriting. I'm pretty good with because me as an artist, I do the music production, I do the songwriting, I do the recording, I do the mixing, I do the mastering. Every step from point A to release is I do it all. So if you have any questions with that, I can help as well. Okay, copyright issues. In terms of getting them, so YouTube is notorious for having pretty bad, like a copyright algorithm. In the beginning, when you're doing covers, I wouldn't worry too much about it, but just release the music. Some people don't even claim your songs, so that's pretty good. If you're developing your channel, you can't even monetize anyways, so that won't be that good. Yeah, the slides, I'm going to give it to Garvin. Once you get to a point where you want to release cover songs onto YouTube and monetize them, there's a place called the Harry Fox Agency where you can go and request licenses to cover a specific song. And then, yeah, I mean, some of them are okay within the YouTube. There's like agreements between YouTube and a certain music company, whatever. So you can do those certain songs, but you can also acquire permission or licenses in order to perform it. As long as somebody doesn't like claim your song, claim your video and request like, let's say like it's blatant copyright, I think you can, it's pretty, as for right now, you could just upload. Not really a problem. With distribution, DistroKid actually has a checkbox where you can check to say that it's a cover song, and they'll release it and acquire the license for you. And it's like an extra $1 a year or something like that. What's your process in making music? Lyrics first, instrumental, maybe melody, stuff like that? When I'm making music, it really depends on how I'm feeling. And I think lyrics lyrics first, instrumental first. That's like a common question, I think, but it doesn't matter. It's whatever you feel like is easiest for you. So for me, it's easiest for me to hear a melody and then write stuff on top of the melody. And my logic, because really like I really like how a song feels, but I also like what a song says, but I like how it feels a lot more. It's easier because if you're writing lyrics and then you write a dope ass melody and the lyrics don't fit the song, there's a problem, right? You can't, sometimes you need a 3-syllable word, but your lyric sheets is a 5-syllable word. So like that's really hard to fit in. So I like to feel out what does the song kind of sound like and then develop words from there. How did you transition into doing music? Honestly, for me, it was just I kind of did it. There really was no transition. I started doing music while I was in college, so I was very lucky. Oh, and right now, all of you are in a very good place because you're in college. You get to meet a lot of people, and people are very willing to. You have like the most potential to reach friends and to develop yourself as an artist. So take advantage of being in college right now. After you get out of college, you can't meet people. There's nobody. There's nobody here. I guess you're also in Zoom, but you know, you get to meet a lot of people all the time. Hopefully when things open back up, like joining those different organizations, not for the sole purpose of marketing your music, but you know, it's in the ether. Like every time I get a new job, they find out that I make music. And oh yeah, they do have some good music classes. But every time I go anywhere, they eventually find out that I make music, and a good portion of them become pretty close fans. So meeting people, marketing yourself to them, not as like a marketing ploy, but like saying, "Oh, I also make music," and having them support you is good, very good. Take advantage of it. If you're also in industry, you're already in the industry, you have a dad that works for Sony Music or something like that, take advantage of that. I won't blame you. You can be the industry plant, and I'll cheer for you. But yeah, I just kind of went into it in terms of like transitioning into the music career. I basically took just random part-time jobs to kind of allow me to pay for rent, and then I make music on the sides, and then that kind of like supplemented my income.
I have a question, Adam.
Mhm.
So, I think a lot of times, and this happens to a lot of people,
Yeah.
sharing yourself and promoting yourself at all, a lot of the time can feel like a marketing ploy in and of itself. Like even if you're just like sharing what you have or asking for support or whatever it
Yeah.
is. So, what do you think about that? How should we deal with that?
How should we make it less like you're taking advantage of your friends?
Or like how do you keep it authentic and vulnerable without making it,
I see what you mean.
like presenting yourself as like oh, this is a business thing, like he's just trying to get money or he's just trying to get more ears or whatever.
So when I was in UCSD, they had I mean, I don't know if they still do, but like Battle of the Bands. That's like a pretty good opportunity for you to just unapologetically and unashamedly promote yourself, where everybody knows what's going on and they all know that people are trying to get on this, they know that you're on the ticket. And so you're just saying, oh, vote for me, vote for me, vote for me. And when they're voting for you, they'll listen to you, maybe. And they'll say, oh, actually, I like this. That's like taking advantage of those times. And you just have to be comfortable with yourself enough to be able to take advantage of those opportunities. Of course, if you're the one person in class, like at the end of bio class, someone's like, does anybody have anything to share? And then you just say, oh, I have music, follow me on SoundCloud. Sometimes they're not going to be appreciative of that. One time might be funny, but the rest of it probably won't be. So just make friends. And then when they find out about who you are, they'll find out that you also make music. And if there are opportunities to make music, of course, within your comfort zone, like either to make music or to promote something about yourself, I would say to do it. You know, there's a lot of communities that do like icebreakers in the beginning. So one of your fun facts could be, oh, I make music under this on my Spotify. So if you want to follow me, you can. And then that's it. I think that's as genuine without like kind of like pushing it down people's throats.
I have a question about like preparing to, release like your first kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I put in chat earlier, I'm trying to like finish something by the end of summer. So
Yeah.
like, but I can't deal with like maintaining a social media presence right now, like especially when I don't have, I don't know, just like with school and everything. So like I feel like, is there like a strategy to lead up to the release of something like that, or should I?
So you don't have a lot of, do people know you're working on an EP?
I guess vaguely. I mean, I haven't said like, yo, I'm working on an EP, but I mean,
so you have friends on your own Instagram account, right?
yes.
And like what social media do you use the most to interact with your friends, like as friends?
Probably that Instagram or Snapchat.
Okay. So have you been using your Instagram to kind of be like, oh shit, you guys might not know this, but I make music and I made this cool little thing. Like what you guys think?
I did like once.
Okay, so that's pretty good. That's a good start. So marketing strategy for you is you don't have a fan base per se, so you need to like violently create one. So
Okay.
what do I mean by that? You're converting all the friends that you have to love your room, by the way.
Thanks.
You have to convert the friends that you do have into fans, and that will be your base. Okay, so like people on your Snapchat, if you're snapping stories, what's stopping you from like snapping people like, oh, like you just vibing out to like a song that you just made, right? So you could just even be like, I don't know what kind of music you make, but I just imagine everybody makes hip hop just because that's where my head is at. So like if you're just like banging your head to a beat, and like and you send it to people and people are like, what is that? And it's like, oh, I made this actually. It's like, you know how people like get super excited when they find out that their friend makes music and they don't know how to. So and friends can be really good like to make loyal fans, to be like, oh, I knew this guy. Kind of sometimes people say it like, and they're fake as hell, but that's a good place to start. Share on your Instagram, share on your Snapchat. Your friends around you, your roommates should know that you're making an EP, right? People on here in this Zoom meeting know that you're making an EP. Maybe share on the Facebook group once you finish it. But like sharing the story, into like so you get people wondering, when are you going to finish it? When are you going to finish it? Like that's what you want. And then when you release it, you share it like, hey, I remember like you were asking about this. It's like, I wanted to show you this. As for right now, like that's really good. Just to get some initial buzz between your friends and then release it to them.
Okay, I hear you. Thanks.
I converted my personal personal pages into an artist page. So do what you got to do. If people leave, they leave, but they're going to get my notifications. It's like later they're going to kind of understand that you're an artist. And so the stuff that you post is, you're probably going to be posting a little bit more, which is, I understand it's like with a lot of the school stuff, and just being busy with life in general, you probably just want to make like very easy content, which is just you having a good time. And it doesn't have to be like polished model pictures, because I don't even think, no one's got the money for that. We can't even afford a violin, so we gotta just you know.
I've been thinking about selling a violin actually.
Oh, okay.
Randomly.
We can, there's a connection here.
Oh, how much? Like,
I don't even know. I was thinking like, I don't know. I paid $50 for a bow, so like I don't know, like $100.
I mean, if it's a good one.
I mean, you can check it out if you want. It's full
Okay.
size. I replaced the strings on it. I just am too lazy to pick it back up, you know?
Okay, so message me on Discord. We'll be in touch.
Which one are you?
Oh, which one am I? I'm Aaliyah.
Okay.
Thanks. No, but yeah, thank you. If you're interested
sure.
in selling it for real.
Look at
Yeah.
that. Networking, bro. It's all happening in this Zoom meeting. Also, like knowing people from different genres or having different skills is very valuable. If you want to be a producer, you want to know people who can do things you can't. All right. Any other questions?
Yeah, I have a question about like, I guess choosing and like an alias. Like, I guess what led you to like keep it inside?
It's Keepitinside is like, honestly, I hate it. Because it's so dumb. It's like I was trying to be like really edgy. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sad, so keep it inside, you know? At the end of the day, it's like you choose a name, whether it like really kind of like works with you, like that, obviously that's going to be a good thing. So like if you find something that really connects with you, choose it. Other than that, if you can't choose anything, just find something and then just make that your name. I think Childish Gambino was a artist name generator. So you can also make that into make it mean something for people. So when people like outside of this Zoom meeting, when people ask me what keep it inside means, I usually tell them like when people meet each other, like usually face-to-face interactions, you don't really tell them how you really feel, you know? It's like it's usually just like, oh, how you doing? I'm good. And then you just dip, right? So keep it inside is all those emotions that you don't like to tell other people, but I just direct it into my music. And then and it kind of became like that, you know? So it's a lot better to kind of choose a name, just whatever it is, because I think people will get held back a lot trying to choose a name and like, oh, I can't start until I get a good name. Just yeah, I mean, you could always rebrand if you feel like that's like the thing you need to do. A Wu-Tang name generator. I had some really bad designs for my first. It was like KII. I just didn't like it. yeah, just click through it, see what you like, and you can, I mean, do whatever you want, just stick to it. Like the whole point of a brand is you've been consistent with that name for so long, even if it's dumb, even like if your audience knows it's dumb, people will stick to it. Like especially with like Childish Gambino, even if there's no meaning behind it, your fans will come up with something. If you get that big, fans are crazy. They'll do all the work for you. So it doesn't have to mean much. Do I lift? That's the mystery of Zoom, huh? It's the I can't lift the, what do you call it? The veil. I don't play Valorant. Every game that's like FPS or like first person kind of mode, I get nauseous. I legit get sick. I can't even play Minecraft.
All right, awesome. Thank you so much again, Adam. Thank you all for coming. Round of applause for Adam.
Well, this ended up being like 2 hours.
Yeah, it was a long presentation, but I definitely had a lot of great info, and I think we all learned a lot. Please listen to Adam's music. It's really good. And he just released like a bunch of songs in a row, like this past month.
Oh yeah, I usually release once a month. That's why.
Yeah, well, there you go. You can look forward to more Keep It Inside every month.
Thank you.
And if any of you, like I said before, if any of you are interested, please join Musicians Club. It's a great place for us to get to know each other better. And we're doing members only events this quarter where we pretty much just hang out. And we can, like, one of the things we can do is just talk to each other and make music and whatnot. Okay, great. Thanks for coming, everybody. That's all we have. Have a great night.
Cool.